Join us for the tale of Denver's beloved but elusive Park Hill Bandit and how he brought two city agencies together to bring about a happy ending.
Oh, when we first saw Dave, he was very elusive. Definitely, a bit of an outlaw. He was kind of on the run.
I would say probably intelligent, large, because he's a pretty big boy, and then, as you said, elusive.
When the city was first looking at the acquisition, the possibility of acquiring the Park Hill Golf Course, my team was asked to go over and kind of just do a general assessment of the situation.
We had been receiving calls for several months about a German Shepherd type dog that was loose at what used to be the Park Hill Golf Course. And we had gone out several times and not been able to get eyes on the dog, but there were pictures floating around in the community, sightings of him.
We were definitely all very intrigued right from the beginning, and sure enough, there was this dog hanging out by his favorite tree, and we spotted him, and looked like a total sweetheart. He was carrying around a little stuffed animal, so if you got too close to him, then he would just pick up his stuffed animal and trot off, and that was the first time that I met Park Hill Dave.
We had made some good attempts to try and find the dog without success, and then we got a call from our partners at Parks and Recreation in the city who said that their employees had seen the dog.
My team was out there and they would, try to coax him in and make friends with him while they're out there working all day. And he always kept his safe distance, even when the people were leaving him toys, the neighbors, there were definitely neighbors who were leaving him toys, somebody had left him a bed. So where do we go from here? And that's when they said, well, for our especially tough cases, we do have some humane traps that we'll set. I went over one day to the shelter, picked up the trap myself, they trained me on it, and we set it up in the park, and we decided, we're gonna let him get real comfortable here. This dog is smart and he's elusive. We're not just gonna set a trap. We're gonna let him think this is his place. Covered it with a nice blanket. We set it all up, put food and treats in it, but didn't set it to go off. And the team even went out and got a trail camera so that we could have a trail camera and make sure that we weren't catching a raccoon. The very first footage we got of him, he actually walks up so smart, he saw us hanging the camera, walked right up to the trail camera, looks it right in the eye and licks the camera right there. So he knew what we were up to. We finally set it to go off, put a nice juicy steak in there. Dave is in the trap, we gotta go get him. We were all really kind of hoping that he had some homeward bound story, that he'd gotten disconnected from his family, be able to, get him and reunite him with some kid who's been crying for the last year because he had gotten away. I was probably even more intrigued because I had a dog for about 7 years who passed last summer. And so my dog had just passed, and then here's this dog living in the golf course that just really intrigued me. And again, I kept telling everybody, look, we're either going to find out that he had a family, and the first thing they told us is scanned him and he had a microchip.
Microchipping and licensing your animal is critically important. It's very easy for us to scan the animal, trace the microchip, and then make a phone call to the pet owner and get that animal reunited.
But unfortunately, the microchip led, instead of to a person, it led to another animal shelter. He had a really bad first adoption with somebody who was not taking good care of him, and the shelter had to step in and take him back. Then he went into one of the prison canine training programs where he lived with an inmate, lived with him for 4 to 6 weeks, getting fully trained, was adopted out of that program, and within 24 hours, got away. There was nowhere for him to go. And they called me and they said, hey, he's about to go live on the website to be adopted. And I said, I'll be there. I only made one stop on my way to go get him, and that was at the pet store to get him a new stuffed animal, because everybody on my team was very upset. He'd been carrying this very ragged stuffed animal around with him. And I went right over, signed all the paperwork, and brought him home with me. He really is an amazing dog. He remembered his training, so he immediately started sitting and walking on a leash. He was even crate trained and went right in the crate. If you are thinking at all that you're ready to bring somebody into your house, you should head over to our animal shelter. They do a fantastic job introducing you, talking you through what they know about each animal and what might be a good fit. And you could end up with a dog who's a perfect fit for you, just like Dave and I are best friends now.
Stay elevated by subscribing to the city's YouTube page and stay tuned to our social media channels for more content. Don't miss our new episodes of Elevating Denver, premiering each month. Thanks for watching, Denver.